Well, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot, and it is Sunday, so we'll do a daily reading today since we did our weekly one yesterday. I had to spend a lot of time getting caught up on my monthly ones. Had a bad week last week, so it's getting better. Already it's getting better, so that's a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and use the Somnia illustrated version. Thought that might be, I'm going to have to get used to where the camera is, so slightly different. So we'll just take a look at current energies, what we don't see, what to look for, unexpected, challenge, strength, and where it leads, advice. And again, this is daily and it is general. It may or may not resonate today. But I do feel like these daily ones, like in some sort, I don't know. I've seen a progression. I don't know about you all, but I have really seen a progression with the cards, which I find interesting in itself, regardless. Okay, this is bad. No YouTuber is going to say, regardless of whether it resonates or not. I think it's really interesting to see the progression in the cards, and I kind of like it. So anyway, let's every day it just seems like we are reading, not every time, every once in a while it's completely different, but it seems like overall we just are like moving forward. It's a good feeling. So what do we got going on today? Let's see. Current situation. I'm going to read it towards me first. Two of Swords, unexpected, temperance, what to look for, Nine of Cups. Okay, and then unexpected today. What's unexpected? Seven of Wands, challenge, world, strength, Four of Pentacles. Okay, where does this lead? Okay, Emperor, advice. King of Cups, and Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like this does feel like, and maybe it was I did so many readings yesterday because I was getting caught up on my astrology ones, but I do feel like I've seen this a lot. And so this is the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I overall feel like the energy is about, I really do feel like it's about just saying, screw it. I don't want this conflict anymore. I just don't. I almost feel, in a sense, tired when I look at this card. And I don't mean tired in, more like, I don't want to say fed up, but kind of like fed up, and not fed up, just done. Like, and there's this done feeling. And I feel like that's what that is about, blowing out that conflict and just saying, I'm just done. I'm done with it. The center and the current energies is the Two of Swords. And I think that's where the decision comes in, right? You're like, okay, so there is something going on where it feels, you feel conflicted, and that's the decision. And I feel like this is a frustrating thing because part of you would feel, I mean, literally, like when I look at this card, I'm seeing two different things with those swords. Like there is two specific ways to go. I either fight and keep doing it, or I just let things go. And I think both are hard to some degree or another. There's something good and something bad about both. And, but I think the good thing that is good is the harder one, right? Like that one's probably better, but it's actually probably harder. But there's part of you on this other thing with this conflict that's going on is like, I need to hold on to this for some reason. And that's why there's that fed up energy a little bit, and the advice is really good for this. It really is. Okay, so what we don't see is temperance. And like this is an attraction of some sort, like um, how the water is attracted to the earth and absorbs, or when I watch the temperance, sometimes I watch her pouring those waters back and forth, and I think, I mean, yeah, it's emotional balance, but I don't think that's what this is saying. It's saying what we don't see is more like, what's this taking out of you? How much are you giving? See, she's pouring into that cup, and I just feel like it's about how much are you giving to this situation and how much is worth it. So, what to look for is the Nine of Cups. And I think this is important because there is something in your desires that will lead you in the right way. So when you're trying to make this decision, another thing to do is go, okay, where are my true desires? I mean, like not just false, fake, surface, um, the quick answer, not that. This is the deeper one. Again, that's why I feel like that Two of Swords is there. There's the instant gratification, and then there's the I just got to get through this, and say no. So I feel like, but this to look for what is the truth, what is your true desires here. What is unexpected is the Seven of Wands, and there is a part of you that will feel like you need to defend yourself, but I don't feel like you're defending yourself to somebody. I almost feel like this defending yourself is to yourself because of these decisions, because of that Five of Wands, because of all of the cards I'm seeing here. This feels more directed at yourself. Like you're trying to defend either way you decide, you're trying to defend both sides. It's kind of a ironic little feeling, but you are doing, and it's unexpected because you don't feel like this should be such a fight, and you don't feel like you should have to defend your stance or where you're at, but you are. So here's the thing: the challenge is the world, and the world to me is the successful ending of something. And I think that's the challenge, right? To say this part of my life or this thing that I'm conflicted about needs to come to a natural end. The cool thing with the world is it's a natural end. It's not a negative ending. It's a natural elevation because it is a successful ending. It talks about everything you've been through and done, and now it's time for a new adventure. It's time for, a new thing. Your strength is the Four of Pentacles, and I feel like, you know, I like the runic Four of Pentacles the best in all of the decks, and so I kind of go back to that overall feeling is you have what you need. You have collected your knowledge, your um, whatever, your resources, and you have them stowed away. And your resources are there. So in other words, if you need strength, it's there. If you need compassion, it's there. It doesn't matter what emotion you need or what you need to move on to the next thing the next day. It's there for you because you've collected it and you're at a position now where it's okay, I've got this. I really have this. So I'm going to show you the cards as I read the final one. Um, so you can see them all together. And then the outcome, or where does this lead? It leads to the Emperor, and that tells me that it leads to you getting control back. So I think whatever you decide to do here, it doesn't really matter. It's more about the ending being you've made that decision. Because I feel like this really is exhausting. There is something very exhausting about this. Um, I really do. So, but this is saying, I'm going to gain back control of my life. And that's where this is headed. And that's why this is hard too. I feel like that this means And some people might not think of this as a big deal, or like if you talked about it to somebody, they'd be like, "What? Why are you so conflicted about it?" But in a way, whatever decision you make is controlling your own destiny, and I think that's the key here. Is where it leads to is eventually having complete control. So your advice is the King of Cups. And I like this advice because here's the thing is it's so frustrating right now because the overall energy is the 5 of wands, and to me this 5 of wands is blowing out those candles, in other words saying I don't want this conflict anymore. So I think so that you don't get in over your head, the King of Cups advice is go with the flow. Really just allow yourself to sway with the current. I think that you might be overthinking it, and that's why this advice is coming in. Just allow yourself to be. Don't try to control it, because once things happen you will have control more so. But I think this is very nice energy or very nice advice in the fact that when we're trying to make a decision, sometimes we overthink that decision, and in that case we end up not being able to just be. And this is saying just be, go with the flow, don't worry, enjoy your day, enjoy your moment, and whatever kind of happens, allow it to happen, in other words. So I think that this probably decision conflict thing that's going on overall is going to um, really, it's a big deal. Again, like if you were to talk to somebody about it, they might think it's no big deal at all. You just kind of, but I think it is. Um, and I think that though, my gut tells me that no matter what way you go, you'll be fine. In other words, but I feel like there is something that should come to an end. And I think that's what the world is about. And that's why it's a challenge. I do feel like that. So, anyway, go with the flow today. Allow yourself to be in the moment. And I think that's the most important part of the reading today. Just allow yourself to be, do your thing, especially today. This reading will evolve, I'm sure, or this situation will evolve the way it's supposed to. But today, just be. And I think that's going to be important because there's probably nothing you can do about it today anyway. And that's why that advice is there. So there you have it. Take care. I hope you liked it. Please hit the like button or subscribe. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.